Welcome back. So today is a big day for thousands of grade 12 pupils who've sat down for their first matric exam paper. Of course, it's been a tough year for the class of 2020, which was disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, our reporters Monique Mortlock, who is in Cape Town, and Aisha Ismail in Port Elizabeth, do join us now. I'm going to start off with Aisha. A very good morning to you, Aisha. So how is the class of 2020 in PE feeling about having done and dusted the first paper?
Hi, Morena. Well, when the matriculants came out of their examination rooms, I asked them what it was like and how they felt the paper went. And most of them gave me a thumbs up, and they were saying that they were well prepared for this exam. And everything that they had studied had come in the paper that they had written today. But we have a special guest with us, and it's one of the matric students here at the Vulumzi High School in Motherwell. And I'm not sure if you saw the package that we carried earlier this morning, where we showed Sinazo preparing for her matric exam. Sinazo, you were telling me earlier that you enjoyed the paper?
Yes. I did enjoy the paper. It was clear because I was so prepared for my exam, although it was not easy for me because I'm studying in a shack and under CAN rules. But all I need is I want to pass grade 12 so that I can achieve my goals, and I am the only one who's doing grade 12 in my family, and my mom is not working. Also, my father is not working. Yeah.
And what would you like to do after your matric?
I would like to become a police because I've got a lot of reason to become a police. But if I change to become a police, I will become a social worker. Yes.
So you wrote your English paper today, and when do you write your next exam?
On Monday and Thursday. On Monday, I'm writing Xhosa. On Thursday, I'm writing Matric paper 1. So today I will be relaxing. I'm not to do anything. Yeah.
You were also telling me earlier that under normal circumstances, the learners, they go home and they go and relax. But one of the things that you're going to be doing while you're going home today to relax, you will be returning to school tomorrow so that you can study here at school because the conditions are better.
Yes, and our teachers are making efforts so that we can pass. And today I'm not going to do anything. I will just relax, and then tomorrow we'll try to study again. And also later on, by 12 o'clock, I'm studying, but under the canvas.
Thank you so much for your time and everything of the best for your matric. Morena, also just... we spoke to the headmaster of Vulumzi High, and he was telling us earlier that all the COVID-19 protocols are in place. They did all the checking this morning, and he says that not a single matriculant tested positive for COVID-19 or displayed any COVID-19 signs. And Mr. Fina, you have got 76 learners writing their matric this year. Are you confident that they are well prepared?
Well, they are well prepared. We tried to follow all the protocols, We tried to have the extra classes, support by the department, to an extent of supporting them with nutrition. So we are confident. Since June, when we came back with the grade 12s, we've been really pushing very hard. I'm so confident that we'll do better. And with the support of the parents, also the community stakeholders, the doctors that are supporting us, I'm happy also to report that for now we didn't have any casualty in terms of what we have. So it's all about sticking to the protocols that are there.
I notice you have an isolation room here, COVID-19 isolation room. What is this for?
In case there's a suspicion of anything, then that's where we keep a learner for probably 10 to 15 minutes just to check the temperatures and all that. If then the learner, a parent must come or a doctor. Fortunately for us, we have a doctor on a call that says anything, I can come, then the learner can be referred. Unfortunately, we can't wait for more than that. The learner must have to write a supplementary next year. But fortunately for now, it's just for planning. We don't have that situation for now.
So thank you so much for your time. And that was the headmaster of the Vulumzi High School here in Motherwell in Port Elizabeth.
Right, thank you, Aisha. We're going to go to Monique Mortlock now in Cape Town. Monique, obviously, this is probably the most nerve-wracking period in South African education in recent history with, COVID-19 and how late the exams have started. But there seems to be a sense of positivity from the students, at least from Port Elizabeth. That's what we're getting. How are things looking and sounding in Cape Town?
Also, similar positivity. This morning, I chatted to a Matric pupil here at Bernardino Heights High School, Candice Bambi. We met her at her house as she was getting ready. We traveled with her on her way to school. She told us she was nervous, but she was ready for English First Additional Language Paper 1. Now we're going to find out from her how the paper went. It seems as she was heading towards us, she was all smiles. Candice, how was the paper?
The paper, it was very nice. It was relatively easy. There was nothing to stress about. Like, obviously you're going to stress because it's your first NSC paper, but there was really nothing to stress about.
And I believe tomorrow it's Afrikaans. Are you ready for that one?
Yes, most definitely.
And what paper are you most excited about?
It's going to have to be Afrikaans.
So that's the language of your heart, you say?
Yes, Afrikaans is my best subject, and yeah, so there has to be Afrikaans.
And I have to ask, what is the subject you are dreading, the one that's your worst? I must tell you, maths was always mine. What is yours?
Life science. It has to be life science. I hate life science, but okay.
When is that one coming up?
Soon, actually. Let me just make sure it's the 27th.
Okay, you have a few
weeks. But yeah.
Okay, and let me just bring your classmate over here, another beautiful pupil who came out all smiles, full of positivity. Tell me, how was today's paper for you?
Today's paper was, it was really well. Like, at first we were a little bit nervous, but it went well. So, okay.
And I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Candice earlier this morning. The Basic Education Department has amended the safety protocols when it comes to COVID-19. So now if a pupil tests positive for the virus, they will still be able to write the exams, but in a separate room, an isolated room. How do you feel about this? Does it make you feel a bit more at ease? There's not so much pressure on you, or how do you feel?
I feel that it's a good thing that they've done that, because the learners have come a long way this year to all the stuff, the rules and regulations and the COVID-19. So I think it's good that they have put those rules in place.
Thank you very much, and I wish you both all of the best for the rest of the exams.
Okay, thank you.
And both of them have so much positivity. They were chatting to one another about how the paper went, just dissecting it as one does after a big exam. And I really hope that it goes well for all of them, not only here in Kraaifontein, but for the over 1 million pupils who are sitting for the National Senior Certificate exams.
Just before I let you go, Monique, obviously Aisha was speaking to the principal about the COVID-19 protocols that have been followed by the school. We saw that they have an isolation room for if there is any cases that they suspect of COVID. The school that you're at now, do you get a sense that all protocol was followed and that they've also gone the extra mile in taking the necessary steps?
All protocols have been observed. When we arrived here, we were also screened. We were checked if we have any of those symptoms. We saw the pupils getting their temperatures checked, getting their hands sanitized, making sure that they have none of those symptoms listed. But the situation here in the Western Cape is a bit different, because the WCED says that it wasn't consulted about these amended protocols, especially the bit about the fact that if a student tests positive for the virus, that they will still be able to write. And the WCED feels that this is irresponsible of the department to make these protocols, as it goes against the SOP that was gazetted on the 21st of October 2020. And the WCED says that it will be consulting with the DBE to find out how these changes were made seemingly at the last minute. The Basic Education Department have told us it wasn't just a last minute decision, that it followed consultations with concerned parents and learners, that the various departments in the different provinces were consulted last week about the decision to allow those with high temperatures and 38 degrees to be able to write the exam. So a bit of confusion. When I spoke to some educators in this area, there were concerns raised about their safety as well as that of the pupils who might be exposed to areas that a potential infected pupil might be carrying, or an area that they might be touching. So here in Cape Town, a bit of concern by some educators over those new protocols, but everything here at Bernardino Heights High School is in place to ensure the safety of staff and learners.